everybody, and welcome to my channel, C'est La Vie Dawn. Today I am participating in a challenge I co-hosted with Crafty Kitty, Thelma Hall, and myself, C'est La Vie Dawn. The challenge is use your stash. So what I created was this shabby chic Valentine's Day primitive heart wreath. This is what I made, and I'm just going to show you the supplies I used to make it. So I'm just going to move this out of the way and show you the supplies used to make this. First off, a coat hanger. Second, my husband's shirt in beige. Old one, obviously. Tulle. I have a huge bolt of this peachy coral tulle. Ribbon. I used 3 different kinds. I coffee dyed it. Light coffee dye. I only stirred it in for a few minutes, took it out because I did not want it overly dark. So 3 types of coffee dye ribbon, and everything is cut about 6 inches. Some of the tulle stretch, so I kind of went about 4 with the tulle. Everything else is approximately 6. So I got my ribbons. I used 3 different kinds. I did not have an extra piece. That and gold beading. This is what you need to make your heart-shaped wreath. The other thing, which I'm not sure where it is coral ribbon, and I have a piece saved. As I went in with some of this coral ribbon, I thought I had a piece saved. It's not showing right now. Not sure. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is you need to take your coat hanger apart, and once your coat hanger is apart, you are going to form it into a heart. My other heart took a little bit of time. I just did a quick one for the sake of the video. So you unwind your coat hanger, you shape it the heart shape you want. I went with a more narrow primitive heart and plied together. This was the base. Again, my other one was straight here. I got it all straightened out. That's the base. Then my husband's shirt, what I did was I cut off I cut off the whole panel of his shirt, cut off the ends, and then to get it the thickness I wanted, this is again really rough draft, you guys. I just put a little snip with my sewing scissors and I ripped to give it that rag effect. Okay, so that's how I did the beige. The tulle I just cut all up. Then what I did was, starting with the tulle and the beige material, was I went every other one and I tied it on like this. Okay, not worrying about how it looked because it looks really funny when you're first starting. Just every other one like that. Okay, so I went all the way around the wreath. Just going to show you quickly with another piece of my husband's shirt. It's down here, instead of going individually, I just tied it together. My other heart, it's more narrow in here, but when I was prepping for the video, I don't have the pliers. So in like that, and I went down. And why I'm showing you this, I'll show you after. So went in with those 2 every other one. Then I went in with my pieces of ribbon. In between, I would just, this whole heart was full. Then I would go in with my ribbon. And I went all around. Same thing, just how I liked it, like that. Then with my other ribbon that's in the heart, I don't have it here. When you're getting ready for a video, you think you have everything. I've already filmed this once, it was too long. Trying to shorten it. But my other coral ribbon here, I only had one roll of it and I saved one piece for this video. Anyway, this one here, I just want to show you guys how I tied this because I wanted it to stick out more and not blend in with the beige and the peach coral type. So the way I tied this one on, you see how I tied those on? The way I tied this one on was I looped it and I went in. Now this one's really long because I just cut a quick piece. I went in like that so that they would stick out that way. So they would stick out straight up rather than sideways. Everything else is sideways in this wreath. So then I went in again with my gold pieces, just playing with it. I'm just gonna leave this one here, as you can see it's part of my video. And I went in and I put pieces in where I found, you know, played with it and everything like that. The last thing I did with the wreath is I went in with, just for a little bit of bling and eye-catching pieces, was this metallic gold. And again, I just went in, and for the gold pieces, again, I did the same thing I did with that last piece of ribbon I just showed you, is I did the loop style, because if you tied this just with one, it's going to unravel over time, right? So again, I just went in like that and trimmed the bead. But I'm going to take this one off because this isn't part of this wreath. I just wanted to show you. That is how I completed the wreath. When this is hanging up, it looks like a heart. I'm not sure how it's looking with overhead filming. Then I went in and I saved one piece to show you. I went in and I just trimmed. But I am very trim happy. I don't want to get into trimming too much, because what happens with me is when I trim, I over trim and then I wreck stuff. Ask my boys when I cut their hair. So I'm just gonna leave it, but that's how you go in. You can trim it however you want. And then for the end piece, the top, how I hung it is I used a piece of this ribbon here, just a really pretty peachy coral with the see-through. I really like that. I just cut a long piece. Again, this is why I wanted to show you this. So all my ties were down here. So what I did was I just looped it through one of them. Whenever I try to be fast, things don't work out for me. I really need to learn to edit. Then I just knotted it a couple times, just because this is a very thick material, or thin material. So I knotted it to get a really, I think I did it about 4 times on my actual wreath, not this. Anyway, to get it to hang, and the end pieces, I just did the diagonal cut. Again, this is just a really rough draft, you guys, because my videos are always too long. So that is that is how I did it to get the end result wreath. How I made that. I'm just seeing if this camera will move to show you the heart shape. So everyone, I hope you enjoyed my little /quick tutorial, and thank you so much for fellow participants for participating in the channel. Please check the playlist below. You will not be disappointed. I'm very excited to see what everyone else created, and give everybody some love. If you like what you're seeing, give them a sub. And I'd like to thank Krista, Crafty Kitty, and Thelma Hall. I will link their channels down below, for co-hosting this awesome challenge with me. Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.